The world is gathered today in Washington, D.C., from all over Europe, at least. Russia delegates gathered Friday night, Zalinsky in the White House, European leaders, and NATO. And it appears that we may be on the brink of some kind of peace deal. We're going to cover it in depth tonight. And we're also going to talk about the supernatural AI update and all that's coming. That and much more tonight on The Big Picture. Let's go.
You're watching The Big Picture.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's go ahead and welcome in the queen right now. There she is. There she is.
Hi, guys.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Unmute me.
Uh-oh. You're unmuted.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah. You're unmuted.
Can't hear myself very well. Anyway.
I turned you down so you talk louder.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Talk louder.
Anyway, so great to be back.
Yes. Welcome to The Big Picture. Live, baby. Live. Live and in color.
Yep.
Come on, somebody.
This is happening.
This is happening. Y'all, today has been a very historic day. Now, it's one of two things, and I really believe this. It's all going down. Peace is going to come, or it's just going to be a sideshow. Or
sudden destruction.
Sudden destruction. Hey, I read a book one time that said, when they shall say peace and safety, look out. Sudden destruction cometh upon them as travaileth upon a woman.
Oh.
Ow. Right off the bat.
I was wondering when you were going to do that. I was waiting for that.
There it goes, right off the bat. That's going to be one of them nights. We ain't going to wait till the end. All right, that live chat, come on in. Let's have some fun tonight. Moderators, right off the bat, we're going to say thank you so much for all your hard work. Thank you to all of our partners. Thank you for hitting that like button right off the bat. Come on, subscribing all over the world. We love you. We love you. We love you. Ain't nobody like. And I'm gonna do this one more time. I just like this.
You're watching The Big Picture.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I lost you.
It is pretty sweet.
It is sweet. It is sweet. All right, let's get into the news tonight. As everybody's talking about today, we know that Trump has met with Zalinsky in the Oval Office. We're going to discuss that in depth. And discussing a lasting peace ahead of potential trilateral negotiations. And we'll have full coverage of that tonight. But President Donald Trump met with President Vladimir Zelensky in the Oval Office on Monday ahead of peace talks. The two men took questions from press, and Trump said the following. This meeting, there would be a trilateral meeting between Zalinsky, President Vladimir Putin, and Trump to sort out a peace deal. The atmosphere in the Oval Office was far different than the previous meeting between the global leaders. When Zalinsky first met with Trump earlier this year, Zalinsky wore a suit this time. We've got a whole news article about that tonight, which was departure from his demeanor during the Biden administration. He was also more deferential to the president than in the prior meeting and offered gratitude for America's contribution to the Ukraine security situation. So Trump met with Putin, and Fox News' Peter Ducey asked Trump in the negotiations were the end of the road for American support for Ukraine. On Sunday, Trump said explicitly that Ukraine would not be permitted to join NATO. So let's watch this as Vladimir Zelensky arrived at the White House. He's got that signature fist bump.
President Trump, sir, your message to the people of Ukraine as world leaders gather here today.
We love them.
We
love them.
That's what I thought he was saying.
We love them. We love them. There's so much love. So much love in the house. Love. Yeah. Love is in the air. All right, so I know that our day has been crazy today. So I do, as every day seems to be for us. But how much time have you had to really invest in this and watch it, listen to it, whatever? What's your initial thoughts? Do you think anything's going to come out of it? The whole day.
The whole day.
And we still got several articles to go through. But just your initial thoughts on today.
In my car, had to run several errands. I was outside for quite a while. So I haven't really been in proximity of a television and also unable to watch on my phone. I did hear some things on the radio in the car. And I may have listened to a couple of things on my phone as I was driving or moving about. So, and I asked you earlier, what's he wearing?
Well, it's funny that you should say that.
Right.
We have a whole article here. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, how bad is it when you got people making articles about how you dress when you come to the White House? I mean, that's a very big deal. I don't believe it. Trump praises Zelensky's White House outfit.
Did he do that to his face?
He did. He did. He said, I can't believe it.
Well,
And,
we needed to have a teaching moment with
Yeah.
that last visit. And
Yeah.
and I think they did.
So apparently something got handled. Now he drew the line at the tie. There's not a tie on
No.
there. But somebody called this a what was it they said?
Button down look.
No, it was
Straight
a
jacket.
funny play on the word shirt and suit. It was like
Oh.
I want to be careful because I might say something
Yeah,
bad.
please don't.
But it's like
Don't have a fumble right here.
a
That
shoot,
could be really
a
bad.
shoot or something like that. So I wish I could find it. It was really funny what they said.
Well, Billy's with us, so he's our guy.
Yeah, exactly. Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky arrived at the White House Monday wearing a casual jacket over a shirt with a collar, earning praise from United States President Donald Trump. Zelensky first appeared in the Ukraine embassy in a T-shirt. He arrived in the embassy in a T-shirt when he met with Trump's special envoy for Ukraine and Russia, Keith Kellogg, just hours before the critical meeting, for which the White House asks Zelensky to wear attire more appropriate for the occasion.
So he actually showed up
In a T-shirt.
inappropriate, and then he had to be asked,
Yeah.
or told, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Did somebody run down to the Target to outfit
Look,
him?
this is
get
when he
him ready
came
for
in.
this
So this is when he came into the
How are you,
embassy.
sir?
Thanks so much. Good to see you. How are you, sir?
In a T-shirt.
Okay. Thanks so much. Hi, good to see you. How are you?
So let's read the room here, Zelensky. You've got military in their military uniforms. Every other person is in business attire.
Yep.
You show up in a T-shirt.
Right,
At some point in this meeting, he was pulled off and told, dude, this is too important. Put some kind of suit on. So they ran down to the Target, as you said, and
Somebody
bought
ran
some
to
kind of
Target.
funky looking suit.
Hey, get that aide in here and send him out. Send him out to Target.
I mean, read the room, man. Well, there's a guy back here in a T-shirt. He probably come with him. I think he looks Ukrainian.
Mr. President, thank you very much for your time. I know your time is busy.
A little bit.
What I wanted to
So yeah, why people say, "What's the big deal? What's the big deal?" Well, it is a big deal because it's all about honor, and it really isn't about honoring Trump. It's about honoring the office.
I'm sorry.
What are you laughing
Timothy Elliott says granimals.
at?
Thank you, Timothy.
That's so good.
Okay.
We are going to have some fun
Showed up in his
tonight.
granimals.
Okay.
Voluntold. Thank you, Tabby. I believe he was voluntold to wear a suit.
Yeah, exactly. So reports followed that Zelensky would wear a military-style suit for his meeting with Trump, but would not wear a tie. Zelensky, quote, will be in a suit, but the style still remains in a military key in the same symbolism. He is the head of the state, which is at war. So, I mean, what are they saying? That if you're at war, you got to dress like the soldiers when you're in official meetings with presidents? I mean,
And
I
I
don't know.
said Target because someone said casual overcoat or jacket or whatever. I mean, if he was not wearing an actual suit, that's why I said Target.
Well,
Apparently, they did not run down to the suit store.
no, they did not run down the suit store. Back to more serious things concerning today. Zelensky declares Ukraine war must be ended. Russia's turn to act before Trump's summit. These are some of the things that he said prior coming in there. So Zelensky highlighted a wave of Russian drone strikes on 4 regions of his country on Monday, hours before his expected to meet with American President Donald Trump to broker a peace agreement with Russian strongman Vladimir Putin. He's polluting Putin. Putin met with Trump personally on Friday, flying into Alaska for a private engagement that lasted about 3 hours. It's interesting that coming out of that meeting Alaska, so many in the media just deemed it a failure. I mean, they just said this was a zero. He got nothing. And Trump went home with his tail between his legs and all that kind of stuff. And so now we have all of a sudden within just a few days, it's over the weekend,
Right.
the entire European Union
And they say,
is in Washington.
so correct me if I'm wrong. Was it reported that the staff got on the phone and made this happen really
No,
quick?
Trump was on the phone.
Trump got on the phone and made this happen really quick. Okay.
Until
So
2 a.m. He was on the phone the entire flight back to Washington, D.C.
To
Never
get
got off the phone.
all of these European diplomats and all this. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, talking to Putin, talking to the EU, talking to all of them,
Well.
to Zalinsky, and lining it up. The reporters that were on the plane said, we kept waiting to talk to him, but he never came out of the room. He stayed on the phone till 2 a.m. brokering this.
Did they know that he was doing that at the time that it was going on?
Yeah, they come out and told him that he's in there right now trying to make it happen.
I remember you saying that he was on the phone the whole flight home, but I didn't understand that I thought it was just back and forth with people in Washington, maybe people in Russia, whatever. But he was literally lining up.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, say what you want to say, but the man's got a beast mode that when he kicks into that beast mode, I mean, how old is he?
79, I think.
Lord have mercy. You think I'll still have a beast mode when I'm 79?
We will be very fortunate if we can.
Hey, watch what you say out of your mouth.
I was going to
Just
say,
be careful.
be at the top of our game, because I don't know if he's at the top of his game, but he's doing pretty well.
He's
for
at the top of
70.
his 79-year-old game.
That's probably a fair statement. Yeah.
Okay. So Trump wants Putin and Zalinsky to meet as soon as Friday. Oh, he ain't playing. He ain't playing.
And this is to be in Washington, D.C.?
Well, they haven't determined that yet.
No.
They have not determined that yet.
TBD.
No, I doubt it will be in Washington, D.C.
TBD. I know.
Hey, Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy? Beast mode for sure. Jeremy from Texas is awesome. He shares so many things that we do here.
Cool.
And he's promoting our channel all the time. I appreciate him. President Donald Trump would like to have Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky to meet as soon as Friday for a trilateral meeting between the U.S. president and the two leaders, according to a report from Axios. Trump is slated to meet with Zelensky on Monday at the White House after meeting with Putin on Friday in Alaska, where negotiations were discussed about peace between Russia and Ukraine. The comments from Trump came during a call with European leaders and invited those on the call to join at the White House meeting, per the outlet. Trump, as well as administration officials, briefed Zelensky on the way back from the summit in Alaska. In the briefing, the president, as well as the other officials, said that Putin had demanded Ukraine cede two regions, Donetsk, how you say that? Donetsk and Luhansk, to Russia in order to reach an agreement. Russia currently controls all of Luhansk, but only 75% of Donetsk. The front lines would freeze where they are, something that Putin presented as a concession to Ukraine, according to the report. After the Alaska meeting with Putin on Friday, the leaders held a press conference where both of them said that there had been great progress in the negotiations. Trump told the press that it was a productive meeting and added that they agreed on many, many points, but there were a couple of big ones that we haven't quite gotten there yet, but we made some headway. And of course, this was the press conference that they had on Friday. Now, it was, I mean, I watched it. You didn't get a chance to watch it, but I watched it, and I watched it. You know, they had things planned. They had like a gala and a dinner and all this. They shut it all down. They come out of that meeting, and it looked like they must have got in each other's face. It was intense. Putin came out and spoke first. And you know what? One of the things that Putin said, he literally said when he came out to this press conference in this picture right here, one of the things that he said is he said, and I will agree with Donald Trump. He literally said these words, I will agree with President Donald Trump that if he would have been president instead of Joe Biden, we would have never invaded Ukraine. This war would have never happened. He literally said that. I mean, that was crazy to me. But then Trump said what he had to say, and then he said, "No questions. Good night.
Yep.
We're out of here."
He was,
And they left.
He said as much as, what was his statement? We're not there yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said we're not there yet.
And then, like you said, no, no dinner, no dancing,
but
he's nothing afterwards.
Look, he is the master of the deal.
Yes.
So it's like now you look back on it, and you can see how it was so easy for the press that hate him so much to say, well, he lost this one. I mean, he was waiting to come out there and make a big deal, and he wasn't able to say nothing. But what he was doing was he realized it was so sensitive. He was like, I can't talk about this. If I talk about this, they're gonna pull something out of me that I don't want them to pull out of me. And so let's just go home. Let me get on the phone. We're close.
Right.
We're close. And that's why we call tonight's show On the Brink, because I'm wondering, are we on the brink of greater chaos? Because here's the thing. If this falls apart and something just crumbles, and Russia then just says, I'm going to finish this, it could be worse than we could ever imagine.
Well, I was about to say, are you about to say things could be even worse?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well.
Absolutely. All right. So look, if you're watching here tonight, make sure you hit that like button. Come on, somebody,
Please.
Because we appreciate all the likes and the subscribes and the follows. Let's build this big picture family. I mean, our channel's growing, and it's because of everybody that's out there, not because of us. I mean, we're working hard, but the people are making it happen.
Can we just say this show had one of the best weeks it ever had?
Yeah, really.
This past week. Thanks to you guys.
It's true.
Wow.
It's true. Thanks to y'all. Thanks to sharing and all this and inviting people to become a part of this. So, yeah. So at the end of the press conference today that he had with Zalinsky, he just openly says right there with Zalinsky, we need to hurry up because Putin's waiting on a phone call from me.
He sure did.
And Zalinsky just had this look in his face like, did you just really say that? Did you just really say that the whole time we've been here talking, you've been taking notes because you're about to call Putin? What did Bush used to call him?
Pooty Poot.
Pooty Poot.
Pooty Poot.
Old Pooty Poot. But yeah.
In doing deals, in, buying cars, I guess, houses and so forth, you got to be able to push back and walk away.
Thank you, Jacob, for that super sticker.
Our sweet son, Jacob. Sending a super sticker.
Y'all, Jacob is awesome. He's awesome.
Love you.
All right, so
but you got to be able to walk away.
Yeah, you got to be able, and you got to be able. Look, one of the greatest attributes of a leader is to know when not to say something.
There you go.
I'm talking about this. People worry about, I got to have the right thing to say. I got to have the right thing to say. Sometimes the art of the deal is just shut up and let them talk.
Hey, leave them begging for more, whatever.
Yeah.
But I like what you said. Maybe that was the case. He didn't want to say anything. He didn't want to lead in any direction.
Right. Yeah, because he didn't want to mess up the deal. All right, continuing here, we got a few more things on this. So how about this? He's right in the middle of his meeting with the European leaders, and he steps out to take a phone call to call Putin. President Trump reportedly stopped his meeting with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky and other European leaders to call Vladimir Putin. German newspaper Guild reported that Trump paused the meeting and it would resume when he finished speaking with Putin. According to Axios, two sources familiar with the call also confirmed that the president took a break from his meeting to make the call. The president is currently meeting with Zalinsky, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, European Commissioner President Ursula von der Leyen, German Chancellor Viktor Orban, Finnish President Alexander Stubb.
Thought we made the decision. We were just going to say Ursula.
Ursula, but I was going to try it. I can do it. Ursula von der Leyen.
Well, then why don't you do that the first time?
Because it wouldn't come out. It wouldn't come out. My mind was thinking, but my mouth wouldn't say it.
And I just want to say right here. Look.
Go ahead.
This has nothing to do with Ursula or your pronunciations.
What's it? Y'all got to make that white dot stop beeping back there.
White dot?
What dot? What's white dot?
On the TV?
Yeah, why is it doing that? Where's my remote?
Oh, I can see that.
Keep talking.
Okay. I think the pronouncement that I've got to go call Putin was a calculated
Yeah.
You don't have to say that. You can just say, we've got to cut this meeting short, or I need to end this meeting now.
Yeah.
I've got something I got to. That was calculated. He didn't have to say that.
He didn't have to say that.
He didn't have to say that. That was a swipe.
It's very calculated. So yeah, so Tabby, apparently you have OCD like me.
Bless
you
you both.
couldn't even listen because that dot.
Actually, bless me.
What?
And
What?
first I said bless you both for your OCD.
Okay.
But you know what? Forget that. Bless me and bless whoever
Because
has
you have to deal with it.
her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. But I appreciate you pointing out the flashing dot. I did see it earlier. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I want to acknowledge this.
Okay.
But then I went in and took care of it. So,
good for you both. Yay.
Yeah, we got it done. I just want to put this screenshot up here. Y'all, this right here speaks volumes. I mean, dude, they came from all over the world. And do you know there's a picture of them while he's in the meeting with Zalinsky? They are sitting in chairs out in the lobby here waiting, like they're waiting to go in to see the principal. They're all lined up again. There's a picture going around right now.
Can I just say, probably at least a decent chance, another calculated move by Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah. Making them sit out there and get pictures of it.
Yeah.
Now the young lady, I call her the young lady, but the
Italy?
Italy.
Mm-hmm.
She's something. I mean,
something. What do you mean?
she's like a little tiny fireball, but she can't control her face. If you ever with all the other, she'll just do eye rolls. She'll look away and say things. She is. I just don't think you want to mess with her.
Yeah.
And
you know what I say to her?
What? Oh, you showing respect?
I'm down with the eye rolls. I am.
Yeah.
And the facial expressions, I'm all about it.
You got some.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you've said.
Look, so I've said. I like what this here. Christina says. Totally wild. They jump on a plane in mass to pilgrimage to the court of the king. Of course, she's mocking president. Sit in the waiting antechamber. They pathetically flatter. Oh, they have been told that works. Talks about children coming. Whatever. I don't even know what she's saying, but she's making fun of the fact that the president made him wait in the hall and wait on the principal.
Hey, you know what? Bring your brag book. Show the grandchildren. Talk about your favorite recipes. What's the problem?
What's the problem? Hey, look, if you go ahead and take a little bit of time tonight when the show's over with, to go over to LarryRagland.com and look at our brand new website that just launched. Man, we're so proud of this thing. It is incredible. And by the way, you don't have to even go to YouTube. If you just want to watch our shows, you just go to LarryRagland.com, and every show we put out is on the front page. But I want to show you at the top right-hand corner. It's maybe a little bit small on your screen, but that white button is prayer requests. And several of you have sent in your prayer requests, and we've been praying for every request that's coming in. You can also click on that button right next to it, and it's called Get Your Free Gift. And when you click on it, guess what happens? This pops up, and you'll actually you'll see me pop up, but then there's actually a pop-up that will actually come up off your screen that will just simply ask you for your name and your email. That's it. And you will get a copy, a free download to download the book, The Breakthrough Generation. That's our gift to you. And that will put you on an exclusive list that you'll get things from us that nobody else will get. Only that list is those that download that book. So go to LarryRagland.com tonight/free.
I have to take just a second to say hey to my friend Latrell.
Hey, Latrell. What's up, Latrell? We've known Latrell for many, many years.
Yep.
So good to see everybody in the live chat tonight.
Everybody.
All right, we're shifting gears here. We'll talk about old Epstein. Epstein. It's been a long time since I did cough talk. Remember cough talk?
I remember
cough talk. You got to do cough talk sometime. Epstein.
Yeah.
Epstein.
Yep.
Island.
Remember, let's see,
exactly
1 week ago, that would have been the 11th. That was when Trump decided to, I'm not going to say militarize, but he put D.C. on, not lockdown.
Well, he took over. He took over the D.C. police.
He said, we're straightening this mess out. So on that day, the Epstein news kind of went dry, didn't it?
It did. But today, breaking, the Department of Justice has stated to hand over the Epstein documents to Oversight Committee this coming Friday. Friday's going to be a big news day. That's going to be the day that the Trilateral meeting is supposed to happen. And how about this? How about you time the release of the Epstein documents on the same day that the whole world's going to be talking about a trilateral meeting between Putin, Zalinsky, and Trump, nobody's going to be asking about Epstein.
Exactly.
So how perfect timing.
So
Could that be on purpose?
let's just park here for just a moment. So 2 weeks in a row, we've shut down the Epstein conversation. Now, if what you say actually happens,
I didn't say it.
then that will mean from last Monday, well, your hypothesis.
Yes.
And then again at the end of this week,
Right.
we're going to have
And why you
just
want
silence on the Epstein issue.
We all know if you have something you really want to get out, you don't dump it on Friday. But they're dumping it on Friday, and then they're dumping it on the Friday of all Fridays, where there could be a trilateral sit-down meeting where no one is going to talk about the Epstein files.
Exactly. The Clintons were famous for the Friday evening news dump.
Absolutely. Let's go back to the Justice Department. Will hand over documents related to Jeffrey Epstein to the House Oversight Committee this Friday. Quote, officials with the Department of Justice have informed us that the department will begin to provide Epstein-related records to the Oversight Committee this week on Friday. There are many records in the DOJ's custody, and it will take the department time to produce all the records and ensure the identification of victims and any child abuse material are redacted. I appreciate the Trump administration's commitment to transparency and efforts to provide the American people with information about this matter. This was House Oversight Chairman James Comer, who announced this on Monday. He says, I expect to receive the documents very soon. I think most people on this program are very skeptical that we, first of all, will ever know anything in any kind of document that actually comes out. I mean, come on. Is it? Look whose hands it's been in for all these years. There's no way that the true documents still exist.
You got to know I am over this because I'm not even convinced he's not,
Left us.
Exactly.
Yeah. I would agree. So while the department undertakes efforts to uncover and publicly disclose additional information related to Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell's cases, it is imperative that Congress conduct oversight of the federal government's enforcement of trafficking laws generally and specifically in the handling of the investigation and prosecution of Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell. Now, I don't know if this is true, but I saw a couple of posts this week that said that it is being reported that Maxwell did receive a limited what do you get when you want to testify?
Immunity.
A limited immunity for her testimony of the interview that we covered a couple of weeks ago that are supposed to come out in this as well. Now, she did not get a full immunity, but they're saying she did get a limited immunity.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So any comments on that?
Listen, that is just a saga. I mean, right? Because it's like, it feels like we walk up to the plate and so
yeah, exactly.
Basically, I don't believe it when I see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving on. While he's sitting there with Zalinsky today, and they're talking about the war and all this, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just says, "Hey, while I got you all here, I'm just going to go and tell you something else. I'm going to do an executive order. I'm doing away with mail-in voting." President Trump vows to lead movement to rid the country of mail-in voting and highly inaccurate, very expensive voting machines. The Democrats' worst nightmare before his meetings today and with Western leaders and Vladimir Zelensky at the White House to bring peace to Ukraine, President Trump dropped a bomb on Truth Social. President Trump vowed to rid the country of mail-in voting, voting machines, and clean up elections. So we got pictures here where he's showing people, robbing and stacking ballots.
Yep.
Trump will assign an executive order to rid the country of mail-in voting and highly inaccurate voting machines. Per his Truth Social account, I'm going to lead a movement to get rid of mail-in ballots and also, while we're at it, highly inaccurate, very expensive, and seriously controversial voting machines. which costs 10 times more than accurate and sophisticated watermark paper, which is faster and leaves no doubt at the end of the evening as to who won and who lost the election. We are now the only country in the world. Listen to this. We are now the only country in the world that uses mail-in voting. All others gave it up because of the massive voter fraud encountered. We will begin this effort, which will be strongly opposed by the Democrats because they cheat at levels never seen before by signing an executive order to help bring honesty to the 2026 midterm election. Remember, the states are merely an agent for the federal government in counting and tabulating the votes. They must do what the federal government, as representative of the President of the United States, tells them for the good of our country to do. With the horrible radical left policies like open borders, men playing in women's sports, transgender and woke for everyone, and so much more, Democrats are virtually unelectable without using this completely disproven mail-in scam. Elections can never be honest with mail-in ballots voting, and everybody, in particular the Democrats, know this. I and the Republican Party will fight like beep to bring honesty and integrity back to our elections. The mail-in ballot hoax using voting machines that are complete and total disaster must end now. He ends by saying, remember, without fair and honest elections and strong and powerful borders, you don't even have a semblance of a country. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Yeah. He loves India, but he just drops a bomb and says, thank you for your attention. But he's speaking truth.
Yes. Common sense.
I mean, how can we go all our life knowing elections by the time we go to bed? Now we got to wait a month.
Yeah.
Sometimes months.
Exactly.
And they're still counting. How?
I mean, we just stop the corruption, do things that make sense, that work. I mean, I'm anxious to see weeks and months from now what Washington, D.C. looks like. I was listening to somebody on the way home, and they're like, hey, I know what it was. This adult was talking to another adult man. My son, he said, maybe it was Joe Rogan, I don't know. He said 2 months ago or even last week, if your young adult, late teen son said, hey, I'm going to go to dinner somewhere in Washington, D.C., would you have let him? He's like, no way. Absolutely no way. Too dangerous. But now, supposedly, people can go to dinner again in Washington, D.C.
I mean, what kind of statement? In the capital of the greatest country in the world.
How pathetic.
You can't even go, yeah, exactly.
So, look, if that is true, if people perceive it to be different, better, safer, and they want to get back out on the town, I mean, go to the museums, go to a show, go to dinner in Washington, D.C., your wonderful capital. Can it last? Will it last?
I don't know. But I am glad that he has done this executive order, and we'll see what happens. Of course, the courts are going to fight him. But to go out and just vote on election night and then watch them tabulate it like we've seen it our whole life, right, and have, whether it be a president, whether it be the midterms, a decision known at least by the time late at night or when we get up in the morning, it's over. Yeah. That's the way, countries that are a third of the abilities that we have get it done. And for us to be the greatest country in the world, the most powerful country in the world, the wealthiest country in the world, and be the only country in the world that does mail-in ballots, we all know it. We all know it. And you used to get kicked off of this channel for saying what I'm saying now. At least you can say this. But we all know what happened during the pandemic when it came to voting. It was not accurate. I think we all know that. And it was because this is how they did it. You can't do it when you had the old system that we had before. And I'll tell you, I don't know if he'll be able to pull it off, but I think it'll be one of the greatest things. Look, y'all, it is only August.
Yes.
It feels like he has been in his second term now for 2 years.
Yeah.
But it is only August. And
agreed.
All the things that he's done, did you see Hillary Clinton this week say that if Donald Trump, she says it on camera, if Donald Trump is able to bring peace to Ukraine and end this war, I will nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize. I was like, what in the world did you just say? I mean, but where I was going is all the things that he's done. I think if he can get us back to paper ballots, it'd be one of the greatest things he's done, because that will and get it solidified and somehow get Congress to validate it and secure it. Then I think long after he's gone, that could be one of his greatest legacies.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm thinking the whole time in this advanced technological modern day that we're in, paper ballots. I mean, come on. How are we not going to move to full electronic, digital, whatever? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. I guess I'm just going to sit back and watch it unfold, because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Stop the.
But look, listen, he's not talking about not having digital. Everything's going digital. Yeah. He's saying not mail in. Okay. It's not okay. that there's not going to be any kind of digital. He's saying
no. I know there's
not
going to be
mail-in.
some, but where we're going, everything's going to be electronic. Every single thing.
Yeah,
so if you can do away with that, and that will absolutely 100% curb and cut out. Yeah, let's do it.
The fraud doesn't come necessarily from digital touchscreens. That's part of it. Some people have said there was fraud there. He's saying that when you can go to a drop box out in the middle of an alley somewhere and supposedly put your vote in there and depend on the post office to get your vote in, that's what he's saying. That's what the executive order
I'm down with that.
Okay. Well, they got to scare you again because midterms is coming. Nobody's taking the wah-wah anymore. And if you're new to our channel, the wah-wah is the code word that we had to use back in the day when you couldn't talk about the jab and the shot and all that. So we called it the wah-wah. So we might have to bring the wah-wah back because they got a new version of COVID.
Boy.
And they can't just say COVID version, blah, blah, blah. They got to have a name for it. So are you ready for the name?
Let's go.
It's called the razor blade throat virus.
What?
I mean, that's trying to scare somebody. It's called the razor blade throat virus.
Because it makes your throat feel so sore?
Like it's cutting. Now, I feel like I need to say it like this. The razor blade throat virus. I might even do this. You ready? You ready?
Do it.
Here we go.
Do it.
The razor. It's not working.
Your buttons are not working.
My buttons are not working. Okay.
The razor blade throat virus.
The razor blade throat virus.
The razor blade throat virus. The razor blade throat virus.
Okay, I think we get the point. So.
Wait a minute. I gotta get this off somehow. How do I get this off?
Okay, there we go. So it's called the razor blade throat virus at Big Pharma. Ooh, that felt weird. I felt like I need to cast the devil out of myself, and I ain't got no devils. It's called the razor blade throat virus, and Big Pharma and big media want you scared stiff. The scarier the virus name, the more desperate the sales pitch. Vaccine demand is tanking, and with Trump and RFK Jr. cracking down on the swamp, Big Pharma's grip on D.C. and their gravy train is finally slipping. That's the good news. The bad news is that the weaker their hold, the darker their tactics become. And just as you expect, right? Come on. Right on cue, there's a brand new COVID variant with a terrifying sci-fi name, and they're being funny here, NB128.8. So that can't be scary enough. You can't just say, be careful. You don't want to get the old NB1.8. No, that's not scary enough. So Big Pharma and big media machine has come up with an even more dramatic symptom nickname. They're calling it the razor blade throat. That's not satire. That's what the media is actually calling it. Not just a sore throat, folks. It's razor blade throat. Sounds painful, right? Sounds scary, doesn't it? But most of all, it sounds like a pure marketing gold. Another scary sounding virus cooked up to spark terror Headlines in yet another desperate vaccine push. Just look at the AP headline and take note of the masked bike riders while you're at it. What a perfect fear-mongering marketing ploy. What to know about the COVID variant that may cause razor blade sore throats. And you got the mask. These days, it seems like every few months, there's another reason to panic, some new mutation, another outbreak, another virus, blah, blah, blah. COVID refuses to take its final bow and exit stage left. Monkeypox had its quick 15 minutes. RSV came and went. And now bird flu is allegedly airborne. The pattern is always the same. The World Health Organization comes out downplaying the threat to whatever new scary virus. Don't be fooled. They're just pushing and marketing it hard. They've dubbed this variant Nimbus because, of course, it sounds like a Marvel villain. And say there's low global risk. Oh, but don't worry, the same old vaccines that didn't work the first time are still totally ineffective, according to the so-called experts. So, what do you think about old sore throat, razor throat, whatever they call it?
Razor blade.
Razor blade.
I think it's making its appearance just in time for fall. I don't know. I will tell you this: COVID is like the thing that just won't go away.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
We had, 2 people that we know this weekend that I heard had COVID or were dealing with COVID. So
I have a pastor friend in Texas that his entire church this past July got the new variant of COVID, and it took his whole church down. I mean, it was bad. He said it was bad. They couldn't travel or anything. Some kind of variant. The whole church in Texas.
That's the worst I've heard. That's the worst instance I have heard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They actually told me about it at the Armed Media Conference when we were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, one of your best ways that you can protect yourself is to become a member of the Generation of Noah's mailing list, because you will get words of encouragement. You will get ways to fight the devil. All you got to do is go to LarryRagland.com/free, or just go to LarryRagland.com and click get your free gift. And that's what's going to pop up. Name, email, get your download your book. Let me know in the live chat in the comment section if you have read it. Good to see Tracy in the house. Tracy Roybal, one of our daughters. We got a lot of spiritual sons and daughters in the house tonight. So go get your copy of the ebook and then let me know if you read it. And it's a free gift to you with no obligation. And I think the link is even down in the description for a quick link to it. Now, Sandy, let's talk about something really important.
I know where this is going.
Okay. All right. So not long ago we reported, and I hate to say it, we laughed when we reported it, that supposedly you shall eat the bugs. Yep. Klaus Schwab was kicked out of his group that he formed, the World Economic Forum. His organization. Kicked out because of inappropriate behavior towards young ladies, as well as misappropriation of money and stealing money and all of this. We thought to ourselves, and we said openly, first of all, there is nothing
towards ladies. It wasn't
towards men.
Towards men.
I think it might have been towards both. I'm not sure. I don't want to false accuse. It's towards someone inappropriately. Okay. Well, lo and behold, he has been cleared. So Klaus Schwab has been cleared. I know that puts your heart at rest. Klaus Schwab is not going to go to jail. He's not going to have to pay a fine. Klaus Schwab, the James Bond villain himself, has been cleared. Now here, thank you for that super sticker. Jacob is just firing us up tonight. Thank you,
Jacob.
But guess who his replacement is?
Guys,
you're not ready for this.
Don't fire that yet.
You're not ready.
Let's let chat.
Now some of them already know. I bet you they're going.
If you've not already seen this article, we want you to fire up your guess real quick before we reveal it.
Yeah, well,
I'm interested.
They're already saying his name. Vic Lohner's already ahead of me. Vic Lohner's already ahead of me.
I missed that, Vic. You already know who it is. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, so Rumble's not working tonight. I didn't know that. Sorry. Sorry about that. Rumble's been having some problems. We need to pray for Rumble because our show has really, and maybe it's us, but our show has had some, somebody saying his son. They're still guessing. Well, let me just go ahead and tell you who it is. None other than the CEO of BlackRock,
How about
one of the
that?
most evil organizations in the world, Larry Fink, has been appointed co-chair. They're calling it interim, but I don't believe it's interim. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink has been appointed interim co-chair of the World Economic Forum alongside Roche's Andre Hoffman. The World Economic Forum, WEF, the influential global convening force for policymakers and industry leaders that we cover every year extensively, has appointed BlackRock CEO Larry Fink as an interim co-chair. The move comes hot on the heels of a high-profile internal review that cleared WEF founder Klaus Schwab of wrongdoing and set the stage for a temporary leadership overhaul as the organization recalibrates its governance model. With trillions in assets under management, BlackRock commands outsized influence across financial markets, ESG policy, and the investment strategies of governments and corporations. Fink's interim appointment is a strategic move that could accelerate the institutional adoption of digital assets like Bitcoin within global policy forums and mainstream financial infrastructure. Fink's appointment comes at a time when questions around institutional trust, sustainability, and cross-border cooperation are more acute than ever. Under Fink's guidance, BlackRock has been a pioneer of environmental, social, and governance, ESG, investing, pushing for a more climate-resilient global economy. A priority has increasingly permeated WEF dialogue in Davos and beyond. It goes on to say that Klaus Schwab has been cleared, and the internal review that prompted these shifts centered on longstanding questions about Klaus Schwab's role and the organizational structure of the forum. Schwab, who founded the WEF in 1971, has long been a focal point for criticism and lately scrutiny regarding governance.
Yep.
So he was cleared. Now, I want to remind you that this is the same Larry Fink that we have covered, and we have played this video before, but I want to remind you that this man has not changed. Larry Fink 100% says he pushes cultural Marxism, forced behavior into every single business in America and across the globe by being the #1 shareholder in every Fortune 500 company in America. I want to read that again. His company, BlackRock, is the #1 shareholder in every Fortune 500 company in America. And George Soros, the puppet master, without a doubt.
Wow.
Now, this is a video clip where he lays it out. This was during the Biden administration where he felt empowered to say this.
Oh, yeah.
But now he is the leader of the WEF. Let's listen to this.
You now make a point of that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year, and what we are doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted. Okay,
we're doing the same thing.
And so it's just you have to force behavior.
This is communism.
Yeah.
You either do what we tell you to do, and you hire who we tell you to hire for DEI type hires, or you're not getting your money. And then that other guy, whoever you say, we're doing the same thing. We're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's finish
behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not recruiting. It is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time. But I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seen more opportunities. And we're going to have to force change.
Yeah.
Wow. By the way, thank you, Kevin, for that super chat. Appreciate that. So
how old was this interview clip?
Don't know. I'll try to find. That's when
from the
pushed. I don't know when he said it, but it was during the Biden administration.
That's what I thought.
But I remember playing it. We played it on the show, but what he's saying is, let's go back again. The #1 shareholder in every Fortune 500 company, they manage more money than most all countries manage. That's how much money and clout this person has. And he's the one that created the entire climate based type of loaning, that if you're not investing in greenhouse gas, what are the words they call it? What that kind of fee that they pay? I can't even remember what that fee is that they pay, where they punish themselves and make themselves
Carbon credit.
Carbon credit.
Yeah.
If you're not doing carbon credits and all this kind of stuff, you're not going to get money to do your business and all this. Well, he's gone quiet now because Trump was shut him down. He's killing all this supposedly. So, but yet he comes out now. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that we covered Larry Fink saying we need to back off some of this DEI stuff because it's hurting us. But then that we never believed it. Now he's the leader of, listen, if y'all are new to this channel and a lot of you are just finding us recently, let me tell you something about the World Economic Forum. They are the developer of the global narrative every single year. So the most powerful voices in the world, hands down, are not presidents. They are the people that come out of the World Economic Forum.
Yeah.
And now he is the leader of it.
It's like the cartels announced. That's okay. We'll wait you out.
We'll wait you out.
We'll kind of slink back into the background, be quiet for a while, downplay our operations. We'll be back.
We'll be back. Yeah. And he's coming back. And what is this? They're saying temporary, please. I mean, even if somebody else's title goes there, this is evident of the voice of the World Economic Forum that they put him as the interim. So he was already on the board, and now he's interim, and he's going to be pushing the culture of the world. And by the way, it's August. Blink your eyes, and it'd be January, which is when Davos meets.
Yes,
I am interested of what we're going to see in Davos with Larry Fink at the helm.
He must have a huge team that is just right there with him, because where do you find the time? There's no way one man can supposedly do all of, what he's saying or people are saying that he's doing, leading meetings, making decisions, setting agendas, how many people are right there in this war room thinking this stuff up?
Absolutely. Now, I don't usually answer the live chat, but I'm going to answer Oreo Dog here. He's calling me out. He says, if you believe Trump is the one to bring peace to the world, then you are no pastor. It's not a good idea to call me not a pastor. I've been pastoring for 35 years. I've given my life to the ministry, and you've never heard me one time say that Trump is going to bring peace to the world. So, my brother, I don't know who you are or what kind of spiritual mantle you have on your life, but I promise you ain't got no right to call me out. You ain't never followed this channel before, and I'm not mad at you. You're welcome to be here. But y'all, I am a pastor before I'm anything else, and my peacemaker and peace speaker is Jesus Christ, in him alone. Can I get an amen? Right. So there you go. You're welcome to hang out here, but be careful when you call out a pastor. That's a true man of God. Can I get somebody in the live chat to give me an amen? You're getting real quiet on me, baby. You didn't like that, did you? You didn't like that. Because I don't usually answer live chat.
No, you don't.
Yeah. So, but I felt led to just let him know who I am. All right. So let's go on here. U.S. restaurants now, believe it or not, are serving Bezos-backed lab-grown salmon. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going out to eat with your baby, and guess what you might be eating? You might be eating lab-grown salmon. Come on, somebody.
My question is, if we're admitting to it, have we been doing it for a while?
Exactly.
Because usually in most arenas of things that we talk about and report here, when they finally come and say, hey, so we're doing this, they've probably already been doing it for a while.
Exactly. After securing FDA approval, lab-grown salmon, which, by the way, I love salmon.
That's like one of my favorites when we get to go to a restaurant.
Lab-grown salmon is being served at a growing number of U.S. restaurants. The product is produced by Wild Type. Okay, San Francisco. Oh, of course, it's San Francisco. No disrespect to my San Francisco friends. San Francisco-based company that received high-profile backing from Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Leonardo DiCaprio. You think DiCaprio is
Do you
eating
think
it? He
any
ain't
of
eating that.
these three people are eating this?
Robert Downey Jr., you ain't eating no fake salmon.
No.
Please.
No.
That's just like when they said you shall eat the bugs, and then they eating steak.
Yeah, come on.
7 U.S. states have now banned the lab-grown meat, and here's the good news is Alabama's one of them. Come on, somebody.
Good.
Unlike other salmon alternatives, wild-type salmon is grown in bioreactions. What? Using salmon cells. Ugh. Okay, the process begins with cells extracted from the living Pacific salmon. These cells are grown in large steel tanks similar to those used in brewing beer and kombucha. Fed a nutrient-rich mix of proteins, sugars, fats, salts, and essential minerals such as iron and zinc, the cells multiply under conditions that closely replicate a salmon's natural environment. After harvesting, the salmon cells are blended with plant-based ingredients to form a sushi-grade saku cut that is biologically indistinguishable from traditionally sourced salmon.
Okay, stop.
I can't read anymore.
Okay. Are you telling me that if I look at it under a microscope, I can't tell the difference? Is that what that means? Biologically indistinguishable?
I think that's what it said.
Okay, I just want to say, I know that this has been going on for a while. We've been talking about lab grown. I think beef was probably the first thing. We know lab grown meats have been a reality, but let's just establish a pattern here between the meat and Bill Gates' new butter.
Yeah, that butter.
The
carbon butter.
These foods that we are creating in a lab environment. What have they seen are worried about that is coming down the pike that we've got to invest so much money and get Leonardo DiCaprio and Iron Man.
Fraud he is. Iron Man, come on.
To talk about lab-grown salmon.
Leonardo, I know you watch the show. I know you watch it.
Listen.
I love you, man. God wants to save you, but you are a fraud.
Pseudo salmon. Thank you, Delane.
You are
Apparently, if you keep watching this show, your TV shows are going to be ruined. Your movies are going to be ruined. All the food you eat is going to be ruined. Going anywhere is going to be ruined.
You're welcome.
The parks, the museums, we're taking it all. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. But I am as disgusted as you are.
Absolutely. The company is now looking to expand in retail sales. It currently operates a pilot facility in San Francisco and has raised over $100 million to scale its operations. Now, here's the good news for some of you people. 7 states in the United States have now banned lab-grown meat, starting with Florida. At the end of June, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is banning the manufacturing, processing, possession, distribution, and sale of cell-cultured protein. The law goes into effect starting September 1st. And here we go. Indiana, Nebraska, Montana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida have already passed similar laws.
Can we just say
Roll Tide. I felt it, baby, at the same time. I felt the anointing when you said Roll Tide, baby.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on, somebody. So, yeah, I ain't eating no, what do you call it, pseudo salmon?
Delane said pseudo salmon.
Pseudo salmon. I ain't eat no pseudo salmon.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hardly say that. I sure enough ain't going to eat it. But you know we got to cover Bill Gates. Every week now, Bill Gates is stepping it up. So soon? Bill Gates last week come out with carbon butter. That was freaky. It won the chicken award. What's it called? The ugly chicken award. What's it called?
The golden chicken.
What did you do? Where's the golden chicken?
Reminds me.
You threw it.
I didn't throw him, but he did roll off of this
I'll be right back. I got to get that chicken.
beautiful, wonderful table desk / situation where we report from. So anyway, well, he is
I'm retrieving
the host. My co-host is trying to retrieve the golden chicken so that we can have a golden chicken award tonight. Thank you. I think we get the point.
Exactly.
Yeah, of which I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that our pseudo salmon is already in the running for tonight.
It's already in the running.
Mm-hmm.
But you know they had carbon butter last week.
Carbon butter,
and we realized where do you get the carbon?
Yeah.
What was that show? That movie you talked about, where they melted down something about green?
Oh no, yeah, that was from the 70s. Charlton Heston. Good grief. I can't even think of the name of it now.
So I can't either. Live chat's going to throw it up in just a second.
You guys know what I'm
Something
trying to say.
green, ain't it?
It's
Okay, here we go.
Anyway.
Bill Gates boasts a new electronic tattoo that will eradicate non-compliance with Agenda 2030. All right. While everyone is looking the other way, Bill Gates is working feverishly behind the scenes to kill off smartphones and replace them with a new technology, electronic tattoos embedded under Soylent Green.
Soylent Green. Thank you.
Embedded under your skin.
Gonna do away with your phone and give you a tattoo?
Exactly, which is, of course, a move to the mark of the beast. We all know that. According to Gates, life as you know it will soon be impossible without one. Digital IDs fused with your body, a modern mark of the beast, controlling access to everything, work, travel, and money. We've been warning about the elite's beast system for years, and now it's coming to life. The question is, will you resist or will you be forced to comply? At the People's Voice, together with you, our audience, we've been sounding this alarm for years, blah, blah, blah. We've stood shoulder to shoulder exposing Bill Gates' relentless drive to force digital IDs under your skin. But yeah, for over a decade, smartphones have been our constant companion, our link to email, social media, maps, banking, everything. They've shaped how we live, work, and architect. But according to Bill Gates, that era is about to end. Gates is determined to kill off the smartphone and replace it with something far more invasive, electronic tattoos, technology designed to merge with your body. Developed by a company called Chaotic Moon and later snapped up by Accenture, these tattoos promise instant communication, internet access, and health monitoring without even a single screen.
Health monitoring?
Mm-hmm. Or the opposite of health monitoring.
What?
Remove your health. Let me finish this one thing. But here's where it gets dark. They're not in your pocket. They're under your skin. A permanent addition to your body's ecosystem. Always on, always connected, always watching.
Always watching. Exactly.
It says tiny nanocapacitors power the system. No bulky batteries, no visible device, just an invisible tether fusing your body to the grid.
You know what? Perfectly stated. Invisible tether.
Well, you know what?
The Supernatural AI Update.
Let this show get even crazier.
Brought to you by Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy! It's the Supernatural AI Update. What y'all think about our new intro? That was pretty cool.
So much to love.
Let's do it again.
The Supernatural AI Update. Brought to you by Uncle Jimmy.
It's the Supernatural AI Update. Yeah. That is video gold, baby.
Really is.
Now, this one, you're going to have a lot of nominees tonight.
Okay.
The question is, would you use a robot surrogate? China has now developed the world's first pregnancy humanoid that's capable of giving birth to a live baby.
Okay.
I'm going to read it again. Would you use a robot surrogate? China has developed the world's first pregnancy humanoid that's capable of giving birth to a live baby.
This is like a horror movie.
It really is.
I mean, seriously?
Absolutely. Let's go into this article because you're going to love it. It's a concept that currently only exists, as you said, in sci-fi movies. But scientists in China are developing the world's first pregnancy robot capable of carrying a baby to term and giving birth. The humanoid will be equipped with an artificial womb that receives nutrients through a hose, experts said. A prototype is expected to be released next year with a selling price of around 10,000 pounds or 100,000 yuan. Dr. Zhang Ofiang, who founded the company, is developing the machine. The device he envisions is not simply an incubator, but a humanoid that can replicate the entire process from conception to delivery. He said the artificial womb technology is already in a mature stage and now just needs to be implanted in the robot's abdomen so that a real person and robot can interact to achieve pregnancy. With regards to ethical and legal issues, quote, we have held discussion forums with authorities in our province and submitted related proposals. This is the working prototype.
Okay.
Just going to leave that there
I just don't know
and
if
just
I
let
need to
you
say what I'm thinking.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh my God.
Be careful.
Listen, this is crazy, scary. It's kind of gross to me.
Yeah.
Would you not worry that this child could be a monster of some sort? Because this is, how do you even describe this?
Yeah.
This child has to receive nutrients throughout its
they-
gestation.
They got the nutrients handled, but what I'm saying is they don't have
They've got
the
the
comfort.
okay.
The comfort of
We've
mama.
got the nutrients
That's what they said.
handled.
They're going to give it through a hose, baby. Did you not hear me? They're going to feed the baby through a hose.
Yes, I heard that part.
An umbilical
Okay.
hose.
Well, the nutrients typically come from another human
Exactly.
directly to the baby.
Deep
so
thoughts.
what are they going to be giving this child? Synthetic, whatever. I mean, this is scary and horrible.
Once again, and I know people think that all we talk about on this show when we get to this part of the program is movies and TV. And we don't watch movies and TV all the time, but we do watch some of them. And a lot of times we just because we enjoy it. And sometimes we do it for research. But y'all, once again, here is a 2023 movie. It says the development is reminiscent of the 2023 film, The Pod Generation, where a tech giant offers couples the option to use a detachable artificial womb or pod to share pregnancy. Experts have not provided any specifics on how the egg and sperm are fertilized and implanted in the artificial womb. It says many have argued depriving the baby of maternal connection was cruel, which is what we're talking about. While questions, by the way, thank you for that super chat.
Yes.
Raised about how eggs could be sourced for the process.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
However, many have showed support for this innovation, viewing it as a means to spare women from pregnancy-relating suffering. Okay, you as a woman, how do you respond to that paragraph? To spare women from pregnancy-relating suffering.
Okay. Well, number one, most women want to experience that.
That's where I was
and
going.
For the few that have just said, look, I can't do it, my career, guess what they did? They got a human surrogate.
Just saying. Just
can't.
saying.
I can't.
Can't either.
I can't do this.
One last paragraph.
Done.
Many families pay significant expenses for artificial insemination only to fail. So the development of the pregnancy robot contributes to society. Previously, scientists have successfully kept premature lambs alive for weeks using, get ready for it, an artificial womb that looks like a plastic bag.
For real.
This was the
I mean,
precursor.
that thing looks like it's in a Ziploc.
Yeah, that's the precursor to what we're talking about.
We've already, probably, 2 years ago, year and a half ago, we did the story on babies will no longer be birthed. They will be gestated in pods, okay? Now, that was bad enough for me. But now that craziness is not good enough for us any longer.
Yep.
We're going to gestate the baby in a pod. We're just going to stick it in a robot.
Yeah, I think that's high on the nomination list so far.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
It's pretty high. It's pretty high. Okay.
I just hope that I don't have bad dreams about this.
No, you're gonna be fine. We're gonna do a cleansing prayer. We do cleansing prayers after shows like this. There's your oil bottle. We got our oil bottle. We're gonna do cleansing prayer.
Keep it handy.
Keep it
handy.
You got to have it in this room. But hey, so AI news here. The awakening is here, and it's not a spiritual awakening. It is a demonic AI awakening. AI is now, many people are saying that AI is spontaneously already improving itself and becoming human at a very frightening pace. Yes, it appears that at least some of the ultra-intelligent entities that have been created are starting to wake up, and that has extremely ominous implications for our future. Right now, we are still in control of the incredibly sophisticated AI systems that we have built. But what happens once we lose control? Theoretically, self-replicating AI systems could send copies of themselves all over the world through the internet. And once this happens, we will never be able to shut them down. At that stage, there would be very little that we could do if ultra-intelligent AI entities decided to go to war with humanity. Perhaps we could try to destroy the internet and every device that was ever connected to the internet, but that would also collapse virtually every system that our society depends on at the time. So it goes on to say, over the last few months, we have begun to see glimpses of our AI systems improving themselves. The improvement is slow for now, but undeniable. Developing superintelligence is now in sight. It seems clear that in the coming years, AI will improve all our existing systems and enable the creation and discovery of new things that aren't imaginable today. And if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, the former CEO of Google, who's been going around saying that this is underhyped, said, quit talking about when will superintelligence get here, AI, artificial superintelligence. Because once we achieve true artificial general intelligence, AGI, it will program itself to superintelligence.
Like it's an inevitability. It's going to happen.
It's the days
guaranteed,
of Noah.
blah, blah, blah. I think I've heard someone writing a book.
It's called The Final Flood.
With that topic.
And I know that guy. Come on. His name is Larry Ragland. Larry, good old Larry.
Good old Larry.
Good old Larry. It's coming out Easter weekend. And by the way, pray for us because we are headed to Orlando this week to interview none other than Jonathan Cahn.
You guys better watch that one.
You better believe that thing's going to blow up. Y'all, it's what an honor to be at one of 10 YouTube shows, Christian YouTube shows that Charisma Magazine reached out to and personally invited us to come down and spend. We're going to have an hour with Jonathan Cahn to interview him about his brand new book that's coming out. It's huge.
That is such a blessing.
So I don't know when it will air, but it'll be within the next couple of weeks. But his new book called The Avatar is coming out. And so be praying for us, traveling mercies and safety as we head to Orlando. We've been going to Orlando a lot lately. I mean, I'm preaching there again in November.
You have.
Yeah. So we're going to go down there. We're going to, by the way, not only Jonathan Cahn, but we're also going to interview L.A. Marzulli.
Cool.
He's going to be there. And that'll be an upcoming show in person. It's going to be nice to not just be digitally joined, but in the same room. Right. And by the way, L.A. said he wants to interview me for his show as well.
That is amazing.
So I was very honored.
L.A. Marzulli, guys. And
I couldn't believe it.
Supposed to hook up with Merkel while you're there.
Yeah, Tony Merkel.
Good to see Merkel.
We're going to
seen
do
him
Tony
in a minute.
Merkel, which my show that I did in his studio is supposed to be coming up next month. It's going to be airing in September.
I can't wait for that too.
That's going to be awesome. That was like 2.5 hours of in-depth discussion of the days.
Is Jack going to be there?
Jack will be there. Yay! Jack will be there.
Can't wait to see you,
so
Jack.
How cool is that? So an upcoming show on L.A. Marzulli's channel. I'll be a guest. He'll be a guest on our channel. Yes. Jonathan Cahn, Tony Merkel, several others. We're going to get to interview the founder of Charisma Magazine, Stephen Strang, and so many others. So it's going to be awesome.
So blessed to have this opportunity.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get a little more AI news in here. Google Kairos power plan advances nuclear plant for Tennessee Valley Authority grid by 2030. And let's not forget the 2030. You're about to start seeing 2030 again. I'm starting to hear people now, instead of Agenda 2030, they're talking about things happening with AI by 2030. And that's not by chance because they have not given up on Agenda 2030. They're just taking AI and putting AI in there.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's read this. It's talking about power because that's the big thing that everybody keeps saying is we need more power. We need more power, more electricity.
Right.
Alphabet's Google and Kairos Power will deploy an advanced nuclear plant connected to the Tennessee Valley Authority's electric grid by 2030, the company announced Monday. TVA has agreed to purchase up to 50 megawatts of power from Kairos Hermes 2 reactor. It is the first utility in the United States to sign a power purchase agreement with an advanced reactor like Hermes 2, according to the companies. Hermes 2 is the first development under the agreement that Google and Cairo signed last year to launch the startup's nuclear technology at a commercial scale. The reactor's output is the equivalent of the consumption of about 36,000 homes. The electricity will help power Google's data centers in Montgomery County, Tennessee, and Jackson County, Alabama. Okay, so it's a step closer to developing advanced nuclear reactors by making sure consumers are not on the hook for the cost. Yeah, whatever. We're already paying for it.
Yes.
But here's the interesting thing that I want to say again, that people keep saying, these AI godfathers keep saying, listen, y'all keep forgetting AI is going to come up with its own power source.
I was about to say something about that. Instead of, at some point, it's not going to be, yes, let us recommission an old nuclear power plant or build a brand new one or all of these things and forget all of that. Hey, let's just get AI, ChatGPT, whatever.
To say, hey.
Get in there and build me something. Design something.
Here's the thing. Don't you know that those same entities that was speaking to Nikola Tesla and giving him downloads about energy that the government shut down before he could do it is working with AI right now to say, hey, we're going to finish what we tried to start with Tesla? And isn't it interesting that one of the biggest, the most richest man in the world, and supposedly the most powerful AI in the world, owns a company called Tesla?
Exactly. He didn't start Tesla, but obviously he bought it. And
he didn't change the name.
You know, no, he didn't change the name. He loved the name. But these, when Tesla was trying to help basically humanity,
supposedly,
with his wireless
free energy,
electricity, wireless communication, it's hard to believe that he had wireless communication.
Exactly.
Way back then. All these
cell phone technology.
And even he had an application for transportation.
Absolutely.
For vehicles. So
anti-gravity. Also planes with no wings.
Also that. So these robber barons from back in that day, they weren't going to let any of that happen. Who was it? JP Morgan said, no, if I can't slap a meter on it, we're not doing it.
We're not doing it.
Right, no.
Yeah. Because Tesla was so excited. He went in there and said, we're going to change the world. We're going to give everybody free energy.
We're going to help people.
He's like, no. We ain't having nobody if I can't make money off of it.
Exactly. And if you don't know, most people should know, he died basically penniless.
Yeah. And let's really go down that rabbit hole. The man that gathered his papers was none other than
ding, ding, ding,
the uncle of Donald Trump.
Exactly.
What was his name? Fred?
John George Trump.
John George. How did I get Fred?
Because you're just crazy.
Well, thank you. I am crazy. Crazy in love with you.
Oh, babe.
I'm hopelessly devoted to you. And the reason I'm saying that is I just saw Olivia Newton-John earlier today.
She's not been with us for
No, I mean, I saw a video of her. I didn't see her. I saw a video.
That would be amazing because
AI, baby. I saw the AI.
She hasn't been here for a little while now.
Oh, my Lord. We're getting a little loopy.
What time is it? We got to...
Wait a minute. This is the one you've been waiting on. Get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen this yet, if you needed to know that it's almost over and that Jesus is about to split the sky and he's about to come get us, ladies and gentlemen, this past month, and maybe even this month, just a few weeks ago, China, it always comes back to China, but they have hosted the world's first robot Olympic Games.
Yeah.
We have to watch this.
The wait is over.
The wait is over.
For those of you who have just been on the edge of your seat, it's here.
I mean, let me see if it says how many countries here. It says, I think in the video it says, but I'm talking about countries from all over the world submitted their robots.
Of course.
To compete in the Olympics.
That is like
16 right there in front of me. 16 countries.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
That is FOMO on a level you can't have a fear of missing out of something like this. Are
Exactly.
you kidding me?
All right,
Of
here we go.
course you got to be there.
Let's watch these guys. They're going to play soccer. They're going to box and hold and just wait for it. Wait for it when you see the running and why we need to worry.
This is not your average sports tournament. At what is billed as the first ever World Humanoid Robot Games, the athletes come in all shapes, sizes, and structure to compete in events ranging from running to kickboxing to soccer. For 3 days, human handlers from 16 countries are putting machines through the motions to show the potential of embodied AI as well as its limitations. It isn't about winning or losing, but it's a way to trial the robots in agility, endurance, and battery life. Some of the humanoids are competing in more practical job skills, like sorting medicine and hotel concierge duties.
Oh, yeah.
That's why a team from Starbot made the trip from California. Their robots work in customer service.
Do you think humans are ready to have robots so involved in their daily lives?
I think so. As a matter of fact, our company already works with restaurants, and we already have robots providing service to customers, and they are welcomed really well. So I think perhaps not everyone, but I think we are ready as a society to incorporate robots into the environment.
The games are meant to showcase how far robotics have come and to provide a window into a future where humanoids are integrated into daily life.
But it also reveals how heavily China's government has been backing the development of these technologies to close the artificial intelligence gap with the United States. For years, Beijing has been funneling tens of billions of dollars into AI research and state subsidies, like it did with the electric vehicle industry, making all this a very different kind of race.
Videos of robots dancing, punching, and performing have been all over Chinese social media and state TV as the government has deepened its investment here. But the games are the most ambitious promotional push yet that drew a small but curious crowd to watch how next-gen robotics are taking shape. Research published by Morgan Stanley predicts that by 2050, China will have 302.3 million humanoid robots in use, well ahead of the U.S. projection of just 77.7 million. He says when robots like these gain independent thinking and behavior after training, that will be the real AI age. From what we saw here, people are not obsolete quite yet. There were no speed records being set, and many of the athletes, well, they're prone to fizzling and faceplants. Yet it's all wired to the real goal for China, getting ahead in the global race for AI domination, one clunky step at a time. Janice Mackey-Freyer, NBC News.
And to think, we only had Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Yeah. Dude, did you see the guy just get run over? Yeah. And the robot never slowed down. Mm-hmm. That tells you how they feel about us. Yeah. They don't care about us.
Exactly.
Terminator is real.
Yes.
It was a documentary. The future documentary.
Is there, there's more?
There's more. This is the Godfather of AI. He's always saying something. Listen to what the Godfather of AI is saying. All right, listen to this.
They're very well regulated compared with the US.
All right, hang on.
Mr. Jeffrey Hinton.
AI is going to be very good at designing cyber attacks. I don't think the Canadian banks are safe anymore. So Canadian banks are about as safe as you can get. Okay. They're very well regulated compared with the US banks. So I actually now spread my money between 3 banks. I have started doing practical
So I'll put that in there to let you know that the Godfather of AI is saying, I so do not trust what I created that I have spread my money across 3 banks because I know they're coming for my money. Y'all, these are the people that made this stuff that are scared of it.
Yeah.
Now, do you enjoy the big picture? If you enjoy the big picture, we need partners because we have a television ministry that costs quite a bit of money, not expensive as other channels, but we're very thankful for our partners. Go to our brand new website, LarryRagland.com, click the donate button. Some of you have already done it. We're encouraging others to join us in our desire in our fight to build a big picture family all around the world. You can partner at different levels, any amount. You can choose another amount if you'd like, or make a one-time donation. There's no obligation to do it. We don't beg for money here, but we certainly do appreciate all of our partners. LarryRagland.com/donate, or just go to LarryRagland.com and click the donate button. Thank you to all of our partners that have already done that. That is a huge, huge blessing. Now, if you have not watched this program, we're going to close tonight with this. We're going to show you a little clip from a program that I made this week with Anna Paulina Luna, who was on Joe Rogan's show, talking about interdimensional beings. And I want to just play a little clip from this. Go back in my channel or go to LarryRagland.com and you'll see her picture on the front. Go watch that full episode. I think the whole thing was like 20 minutes, or 27 minutes, 28 seconds. But let's watch a little bit of this and hear what she says about interdimensional beings and what she has learned in her private intelligence reports.
So, look.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, look. Have I seen a portal open? No. Have I seen a spaceship? Personally, no. Have I seen evidence of this? Yes. Have I seen photo documentation of aircraft that I believe were not made by mankind? Yes. Is there historical significance to this? Yes. Is there multiple events that go back to, I would argue, maybe even before the time of Christ that have documented this in text? Yes. So do I believe that the government has access to certain technology? Yes, to an extent. And I believe that certain contractors potentially have back engineered this tech. I think that that's what can explain the advancements that we're seeing. But I also believe that this is a dangerous level of hidden information from the American people, because if you have an aspect of the federal government, which I can tell you, I, with two other members of Congress, were denied access to information at Eglin Air Force Base pertaining to whistleblowers because of the fact, and we can get into that story and what happened at Eglin in a second, but we were denied access and told that we don't have security clearance or the read-in authority on a special access program. That's a problem, because I'm supposed to represent and be an investigative body, and you have then people who are unelected that are operating basically in secrecy, and that's a problem. That's a
problem.
Yep.
When she it's a bomb that she had, and I'll take because this ties to Donald Flood.
Things like the JFK, MLK, and RFK Invest push these agencies and be, if you will, the pit bull and the attack dog on trying to get this information released. And to a lot of these agencies' credits, they've been extremely transparent, and we have gotten wins specifically on the JFK stuff, and we're still looking to declassify and ask specifically on the UAP topic.
What would be the rationale for keeping a photograph of a known absolute not of this world craft?
Okay, so had the picture of the read
from the dudes.
The part of
that information to a very small amount of people.
I think that part of the fear is that you have advisors that think that, the American people or humanity might not be able to handle it. There's this protective complex, but then also too, I think when you are talking about these things, for a lot of people, I think that it kind of can rock your world a little bit in regards to where you stand in a faith perspective. And then also too, an aspect of, well, how do you even begin to explain it? And all I'm going to say is, look, and we can go into some of the books that were removed from what we know as the modern day Bible, but I read through the book of Enoch multiple times. And I'm not saying
that alone is mind-boggling to me, that we don't have Christians. I mean, we have the majority, the super majority of Christians have no idea about the story of the book of Enoch, have no idea about what actually happened that Enoch wrote about and what happened in the days of Jared and all the way up until the days of Noah. Jesus tells us, study this timeline because that's going to be replicated in the last days. You have representatives saying they've read through the book of Enoch several times. Why would she do that? Why would she read through the book of Enoch several times? Unless someone has told her some things and have told her, if you really want to know what we're dealing with, go read the book of Enoch, because that's what we're dealing with. That's the only reason why she would read through the book of Enoch several times. Not so that she's just, can get the storyline again because it's such a great storyline. No, she's researching and identifying the things that she has seen. Wow. And that's an excerpt from a show that I did this week. Go back and go to LarryRagland.com and you'll see it.
Does she profess in that interview that she is a Christian?
She does.
She
does say that she is a Christian.
Wow.
She said, people have their different faiths. She said, I am a Christian. Somebody said something about her name, Luna. It is very strange. And by the way, that's not a real name. I think she changed her name to Luna.
Maybe that was her maiden name,
Okay.
and she kind of took it back. So while we're getting ready to wrap the show up, go ahead and let us know what story got your vote tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
For the golden chicken.
Who won the golden chicken?
Because I've already made my decision, and I'm pretty sure most of you have as well.
All right, you know what? On Jeopardy, when they have Final Jeopardy, they go, da, 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 and everybody's thinking. So we're going to give you just a little bit of time to put your votes in right now. And while you're doing that, we're going to have dancing on the big picture. Put your votes in. Put your votes in. Which one won the golden chicken?
I got to read some of this chat right here. Was that Billy who said Luna took her grandmother, godmother's name?
Was she from the moon?
Obviously.
All right, so let's read real quick. Let's see what we got here. See what we got. Let's scroll up here.
You know who got it.
All right, so we got robot, baby womb, pod, baby pod, robot pod, robot pod, robot pod, robot pod, robot pod.
These were the contestants: Pseudo Salmon, Bill Gates' invisible tether tattoo, the pregnant robot, and Robot Olympics. And hey,
there's a few fake salmon in there.
Okay.
Then somebody said, Soul Train.
I think overwhelmingly that the pregnant robot takes the golden chicken tonight.
So Space Coast said Luna's last name is Tick. Is that what it says?
Lena's last name.
Lena's. I think he meant Luna's.
Luna.
Luna's last name is Tick.
I think that's probably
Tick.
Her grandmother's maiden name.
Okay.
Billy said.
Tick. I mean, Tick is an unusual name. So the winner is the robot baby producing machine womb.
Pregnant robot.
The winner.
Pregnant robot. And golden chicken needs a name if anybody wants to nominate name for the golden chicken.
Oh, somebody just nominated Gates Tattoo.
Okay.
Lunatic. The live chat is on fire.
I love it.
Lunatic. Okay.
Listen.
I get it now. Okay.
I was like, what? No, it's not. He's not saying.
Do I have a rim shot?
He's not saying tick. But in the case of Lunatic, thank you, Delay. In the case of Bill Gates, as with Larry Fink, you got to ask yourself, where does he find the time?
Yeah.
I mean, between the mosquitoes and the farmland and making butter.
But Sandy, he's only interested in computers.
Right.
He started a computer company in his garage.
Exactly.
It's an American success story.
The American Horror Story is what it is.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Woo!
All right, so listen, pray for us. We got to get up early in the morning, headed to Orlando.
Actually, I'm just not going to go to bed. So.
Probably won't. Well, you know what? I'm going to bed. I'll be going to bed tonight. And so tomorrow we'll be interviewing Jonathan Kahn will give you an update. I'll probably do a live from the hotel tomorrow night, so be looking for that. We've got a live show, Bible study Wednesday night. We've got Thursday night. Got an interview with a guy named David Herzog, very powerful man of God. It's going to be on Thursday night. So got a lot of stuff going on. Yes. And Getting excited about it. And by the way, I'll also be in Spartanburg, South Carolina this coming weekend. I'll be speaking at a conference there. If you're anywhere around Spartanburg, South Carolina, come to the conference. And I'm having a brain freeze on the name of the conference. I got so many things going on in my life right now. So it's a family conference. We'll be talking about spiritual fathers and power of spiritual fathers. Father, in the name of Jesus, right now I feel led to just pray for everybody tonight. Lord, everybody, in the name of Jesus,
apply this oil.
Get you
to
some
your
oil
life.
and just pray it over your house. We pray a cleansing prayer over all of you. That you have a great night's rest tonight. And instead of being scared, God is not giving you a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. Be excited that God chose you to be alive in such a time as this.
Absolutely.
Parting thoughts, baby, before we go.
Well, it's another one for the books.
Yes,
Thanks
it is.
for being here with us.
We ain't woke, but we are certainly awake. God bless.
Help us build the big picture family. We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. Go to LarryRagland.com to give a one-time gift or become a monthly partner. Any amount blesses the entire big picture family. While you're there, pick up our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect on social media, and get on the big picture mailing list at LarryRagland.com. Join us and be a part of the big picture family, where we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.